Hey, welcome back. So the first thing I have to do every week, this is the first episode or video that I'm doing this week, is give a coffee update for Super Mario, so she knows what's up with my coffee. What did I do this week? I try to do something different every week. I bought like a chocolate creamer. Is that interesting? And it's good. I like coffee now, so. I moved the camera around a little bit, so I feel a little bit awkward that it's all the way up there. I don't know. I remember I tried to do that once and it didn't work well, so I didn't do it again, but it's been long enough where I forgot why I didn't do it, so now I just have to do it again, because I'm like, what? Why didn't I do that? I have to just, it feels so weird. It feels like I'm like leaning over too much when I go down. Oh. Okay, there are 3 topics I want to get through this week. Is this weird to like lay out my topics? 1 is Twitter. 2 is the Federalist Papers. And 3 is we're going to get to some cutscenes later that I probably am going to spend an entire episode talking about. Oh, my dad texted me. Yeah. But I think today I'll have some time to go through a topic, and I guess I should talk about Twitter, right?
Okay. Where now?
I guess I was spending a lot of time on Twitter.
Detected.
And I wasn't enjoying it, so I stopped. I made a big, long, dramatic tweet about how I'm not really going to be on Twitter much anymore. It was kind of... Is spurious the right word? I've been listening to the Federalist paper, so I want to sound smart. Uh-oh. Can I, like, leave now? Was this smart? Am I a genius? What were my notes about Twitter? Can he come up here? No? Whatever. Just keep shooting him. Okay. Okay, I made this whole long... Sorry, I feel like the first day that I do these are like my worst days, because I'm not used to talking, and I have to get used to talking. What's he doing? I turned the sound off, but I really shouldn't do that. Okay. Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, why did I leave Twitter? The thing that I said in my long... It feels weird to even talk about this, like nobody cares, and that's what I said on the tweet, but I don't know, I'm just going to talk about it. The thing I said on the tweet was that I went on Twitter to get over some anxiety about just sharing myself, which is true. I didn't get into super detail. I guess you can't really on Twitter. I made this long thing and I didn't even say everything that I could have said. The more detailed part of that would be to say, yes, I got on Twitter to get over anxiety and to like put myself out there, because I knew on Twitter people would see it more than this YouTube thing. I also wanted to share the YouTube videos. I had gotten to a point, I guess, where I was doing this for like 8 months and I wasn't getting any views. I would get a view like once a day maybe, and it would be for like 15 seconds, and then that would be it. So I thought to myself, what's the point of doing this if nobody's watching? It's just kind of like a waste of time, I guess I thought, because you're already doing your audio journal thing that I do every week. So what's the difference between this and that if nobody's watching this? Nothing really. I mean, that's what I thought, but I don't think that anymore. I remember this place. It's like, wasn't even worth coming here. Can I just run? Just leave. I'm not gonna leave. There was like a backpack there with a knife, and that was it. Nah, where am I going? I'm leaving. You can have fun in there. I'm going.
This way.
So what was I talking about? Doing this YouTube thing, and nobody's watching. So I'm like, I have to share them, and Twitter was the first place I thought of. And it worked. I was interacting with a lot more people than I did here. I remember when I first started doing this, like I was trying to follow people and stuff and comment on their videos, but I don't know, that's a lot different than Twitter. Didn't really feel like I was interacting with people that much. So that was kind of fun, I guess, to post something on Twitter and to follow people and for them to follow you back and for them to like your tweets. I've never really been on social media, so that's something I never really experienced before, and I understand that like can be addicting to people, especially if you're getting more than like 2 likes for a tweet or something. If you're famous and you're getting 50,000 retweets, that could feel good. I could see that being kind of addicting. So that was good. What's in here? Then what happened? Recently, okay, there was a point like 4 or 5 months ago where I was following people every day, and they were following me back, and they were liking my tweets, and they were subscribing to the channel, and they were commenting on like my intro video. And you have this thought in your head that's like, okay, people are watching, so that just means it's gonna stay like this, and then in the future it's gonna be more. All I have to do is just keep doing what I'm doing, and more people will watch, and I guess I wanted that. I wanted more people to watch. I guess I did. It felt good. It felt good to see the numbers go up. And I knew that was from Twitter, because what else would it be from? But a couple months ago, it wasn't, I guess you think it's gonna grow exponentially, or even geometrically, just like, I got 5 subscribers yesterday, I'll get 5 subscribers today, I'll get 5 tomorrow, but it just went down. And I was putting a lot of effort into following people, subscribing to their channels.
Joel liked you a lot too, you know.
I think that was a good thing to do at first, just to actually share the videos and to have people watch them, and to get over that anxiety. That was helpful.
I mean,
I'm not really anxious.
handsome and whatever, but I'm not into your type.
What, Asians?
I'm not really anxious. Sometimes I get frustrated when
Obviously what I meant.
stuff like this is happening, and I'm losing my train of thought, and I want to, because I want this to be good, and I want to be able to sound smart. Which is why I think at the end of my episode, sometimes I'll just pause and talk for 5 minutes, because then I can think, okay, I can focus on the topic and summarize what I wanted to say. So a couple months ago, I was putting in, I don't know, I guess like every day after work, I would just be on Twitter, and I would just sometimes just follow. What I used to do was, I don't know if this is weird, it might have been, but I would just search Twitter for social anxiety, and then I would just follow those people. Is that weird? And then I would wait like a week, and if they didn't follow me back, I would unfollow them. Then it might have been bad. I don't know. My rationalization was that, well, if they're not following me back, then what's the point of me following them? Because the only reason I'm following them is to share my video, and if they're not watching the videos, then there's no point. I guess if you're using Twitter the right way, you follow people because it's kind of not very courteous to unfollow somebody, because they'll notice that and they'll say, whoa, I feel bad. So thinking about those things is another reason that contributed me to stop, because I kept thinking, yeah, I mean, it feels bad to unfollow people.
Pretty messed up. Putting fungus in the kids' section.
Mushrooms didn't exactly look the same back then.
So there was a couple of reasons why. So the other thing I would do is I would follow just people who had YouTube channels. I would
Did you have a favorite book as a kid?
Yeah.
I would see who had a YouTube channel, then I would look at who they were following, and then I would do Control F and just type in YouTube and then follow those people and subscribe to their channels.
Sound.
So that's why I have 450 subscribers and only like 5 people watch
Okay. What about you, smartass?
out of those. 5 people could watch any single video, but I'm never even going to get 400
About this boy
views
who
on a
turned
video.
into a forest to save his village.
because, okay, that's actually part of what I wanted to say.
To keep things fresh, though, my
Um,
mom would improvise different endings.
I think you get to a point on Twitter. I don't have any reason to, any way to back this up other than just anecdotal evidence.
That's dark. That's really sweet she did that.
When you start to follow people too much, like you get up to 1,000 or 2,000,
Sure.
and then you follow the next person, I think they look at, especially the people who were just tweeting social anxiety stuff, they look at how many people you're following. And they say, well, I don't want to follow this person back because they're never going to see my tweets. They're following 1,800 people, so they're just following me because they want me to watch their video. But they don't care about me, so why would I follow them back? Because when I only had like 100 followers, and I was only following like 50 people or something, people would interact with me a lot more, I noticed. And they would, because they would see me as like a lower status, even though, I mean, nothing's changed, I'm just following more people. And they would want to be nicer to me. They would tweet at me and say, oh, hey, you're doing a cool thing, this is a cool idea.
Back years.
Wonder how it all started.
They wanted to build me up because they saw that I was new to Twitter and I didn't follow that many people, and I was just putting myself out there, and they were more likely to be nice and to want to make me feel good.
Let's get back to the street.
But when I had a ton of tweets and I was on there for almost a year and I was starting to follow somebody else, they would say, who's this guy? I mean, I don't want to follow him. I don't care about him. He seems dishonest. Like, he's talking about his social anxiety and he seems fine to me. Look at all these people he's following. Look at all these people who follow him. I think that's part of it too, is like the whole premise of the Twitter is social anxiety, so it seems like, well, if he's being dishonest about that, then he's a dishonest person and I don't want to follow him. Does that make sense? So I still have more to say. I have a lot more to say. Maybe I guess I'll talk about it tomorrow. I didn't really make too much progress today. What was I doing? Where am I going? I got pills.
Not this way.
Down this way. We can box around to that Ferris wheel.
Box around? I don't know what that means.
You know, when you take 3 right turns around a block instead of just turning left.
Okay. Let's box around this area.
I don't think I got that dialogue when I first played. Maybe I just knew where to go automatically. I didn't come down this way. I never heard that term box around. I would have remembered that. Oh.
Got him! Sweep the area for survivors.
So I kind of mentioned this before, but obviously I was putting in so much effort, and I was on Twitter for what, 8, 9 months? I was following 2,000 people. And how many people would watch this video? Maybe 1 or 2. So all that effort for a couple people. I guess I didn't say this in my tweet thread, that like my farewell dramatic tweet. I didn't say this as much as I wanted to, but I am really grateful. I guess I did a little bit, but like I am really grateful for the people who have been nice to me. I've never really experienced anything like that before. Like strangers just wanting to be nice and it felt like for no reason, because
Picked up something?
uh-oh. Doggy.
There! Don't press it!
Ah. Huh. Because people, I don't know, people, this is the problem that okay, I guess I'll end there, and I'll just sum up my point. Ow. People would always be nice to me. The problem, on Twitter is, I could get more, I don't know, whatever. I just didn't interact with people enough. I never commented on people's tweets. I never liked other people's tweets. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to interact with people more. You're supposed to go to their Twitch and make comments. You're supposed to go to their YouTube and make comments, but I never did that. I never wanted to. So being on Twitter reminded me that I was being bad at being on Twitter. So that's why I left. Because now I don't have to be reminded of that. Because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm there. I'm making a tweet, and it just feels kind of like selfish to be like, oh, I want to make a tweet, and I want it to be funny, and I want all these people to like it, but then I won't like other people's tweets. I don't know. And then once you start thinking about all that stuff, you're like, this is so dumb. Why am I doing this? Why do I care? And there was a point, I did think of a tweet this week where I was like, oh, I could have tweeted that. And I saved it as a draft. Maybe if I go back to Twitter, I'll tweet it. But I was just playing back in my head, okay, what would happen if I tweeted this? I would tweet it in the morning. Then I would check it throughout work to see who liked it. And then that would be it. And then maybe I would be disappointed that enough people, I didn't get 20 likes on this one or something. Or maybe I would be happy that I got 20 likes. But it's just all dumb. The more you do it, the more you're like, this is so dumb. Why am I doing this? I just wasn't using Twitter the right way. I was talking for 20 minutes and I feel like I didn't really explain everything. So I guess I'll talk about it more tomorrow. But okay, just one last point. I want to keep doing this for as long as I can, even if nobody watches. That's a new development for me, because before I was thinking I'll stop if nobody watches, but now I'm thinking I'm going to keep doing this. I think a big point for me was, I mentioned last week that this career coach guy I talked to said, like, yo, you sound confident. And I think it's because I'm practicing talking here. And I talk here for 2 hours every week. That's a lot, because when I do my audio journal, I only talk for 20 minutes every week. You have to talk. You have to practice talking to get good at it. I'm not good at it, but I know if I wasn't doing this, that career coach guy wouldn't have said that I sounded confident. I know that. So that's why I'm going to keep doing this. That's my main thing, is like, okay, I'm going to get better at talking. Because I don't practice enough talking. I don't talk enough. I never talk at work. I never talk when I'm at home. I feel like I'm getting better at it. But doing this for over a year, and I'm like a fraction better. But it's enough to merit doing this, I feel like. And I enjoy replaying games. I mean, I would have replayed this game. I wouldn't have replayed this game, because I never replay a game right after I play it the first time. So it's cool. I don't know. It's cool to play games. I was playing Zelda. I never would have played that before, so that's cool. And if anybody, I think the only person who's gonna make it to this point in the video might be Super Mario. I think for a long period of time, as long as you want to stay, it's just kind of gonna be you and me. Also, that guy Jackalopium, he commented, so maybe he'll stop in once in a while. Gladys is probably gone. She used to watch a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, I'm sad at, but like, I don't know. I don't interact with people, so it makes sense that they leave. But I'm not gonna get anybody new, because I'm gonna be doing the same thing I was doing a year ago when I wasn't interacting with people. So just gonna be whoever is subscribed to me now, and the only people who are really watching are you. So it's just gonna be you and me for a while, and if you want to leave, you can, obviously. But I'm still gonna keep doing this. I'm talking way too long. I thought it would be cool, I don't know, just to do this. What if I did this for like 10 years and I just it would be a little bit psychotic, but it'd be kind of cool, like, to look back and say, oh my god, you've been doing this so long. I don't know. I've already been doing it for a year and a half, so we'll see. I told you, I like to do this at the end of my videos, just to make sure I get my points out. I talk to a blank screen, but tomorrow we'll make some good progress in the game, I promise. We'll kill some dogs and have some fun. So, see you tomorrow. Bye.